Imagine a world where every ad you see on Facebook or Instagram was created, managed, and delivered with zero human involvement. No writers, no designers, no clever marketing strategists, just a hyper-intelligent AI, working at the speed of thought, tailoring every message perfectly for you. Sounds like science fiction? It's far closer than you might think, and it might just upend the $600 billion global advertising industry forever. Meta, the tech titan behind Facebook and Instagram, has quietly set in motion an AI experiment so ambitious it could change how the world's biggest brands and the smallest startups reach you. But as the company races to automate the entire ad process, the future of creativity, truth in marketing, and millions of jobs now hang in the balance. Are we racing toward a more efficient future or opening Pandora's box for advertising and society? This isn't just another tech upgrade or a new social media trend. It's a seismic shift in how money, technology, and opportunity collide, and it's happening right now. So how did we get here, and what's at stake if Meta's vision for fully automated ads becomes reality? Let's start with a quick crash course in the advertising world's relationship with technology. For the past century, advertising has always been about the creative spark. Mad Men-era copywriters crafting slogans, graphic artists sketching logos, and strategy teams buying prime TV or magazine slots. Behind each campaign was an army of professionals blending psychology, art, and business savvy. But then came the internet, and everything changed. Suddenly, ad dollars flowed away from old-school media and into digital platforms. Companies like Google and Facebook built multi-billion-dollar businesses on their ability to micro-target ads using oceans of user data. By 2023, digital ads made up 67% of all global advertising spend, and Meta, with its vast network of apps, became one of the most powerful ad companies on Earth. Still, for all the new data and targeting tools, there were always creative teams and media buyers making decisions, writing copy, and analyzing what worked and what didn't. Technology made things faster and more precise, but human creativity and judgment still called the shots. But then came the AI revolution. In the early 2000s, the ad world saw its first taste of automation with programmatic advertising, machines buying and selling ads in real-time auctions. This led to a 30% surge in efficiency almost overnight. Suddenly, instead of negotiating with people, an algorithm could instantly place your ad in front of the right eyeballs, at the right location, for the right price. It was powerful, but still, humans set the rules and provided the creative foundation. Fast forward to today. With breakthroughs in machine learning and generative AI, the ad industry is on the brink of an entirely new era, one in which AI is not just buying and placing ads, but actually generating the content, visuals, and strategy itself. According to a Wall Street Journal report, Meta is now developing AI systems designed to fully automate the end-to-end process of creating and delivering digital ads across its social networks. The ambition? To let any business, big or small, simply describe what it wants to achieve, upload a budget, and let the AI do the rest. That means the machine writes the copy, designs the visuals, tailors the targeting, and executes the campaign autonomously. No human eyes needed. AI is our single largest investment area, declared Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg at the company's annual shareholder meeting. We want to get to a world where any business can just tell us what they want, and we do the rest. For Meta, this is the next stage of a journey it's been on for years. The company's existing AI-powered tools, like Advantage Plus and generative ad features launched in 2023, already let marketers automate background creation, copy variations, and A/B testing. But the new plan goes further, aiming for a future in which Meta's AI doesn't just assist, but completely replaces much of the human role in the ad process. Why now? Because the race is on. Google and Amazon are both pouring billions into their own AI-driven ad engines. Meta is determined not just to keep up, but to leap ahead. The company sees AI as its secret weapon to unlock new revenue, lower costs, and dominate digital advertising for years to come. According to data from Statista, by 2028, AI-driven systems could command a staggering $1 trillion in the global advertising market. Meta's internal numbers already show a 20% increase in click-through rates from AI-personalized ads, and AI Invest reports up to 40% cost reductions in ad production. For small businesses, the lifeblood of Meta's ad empire, this kind of AI power could level the playing field. Instead of hiring an expensive agency, a local bakery could just describe its goals to the AI and sit back while technology does the rest. But with this promise comes a storm of controversy. Because behind Meta's futuristic vision lurks an uncomfortable question. What happens to the millions of copywriters, designers, and marketing specialists whose livelihoods depend on human creativity? As AI takes over, the fear of job displacement is real. Mark Johnson, a leading marketing strategist, put it bluntly. Over-reliance on AI risks misaligning brands and creating ineffective campaigns that fail to deliver results. Human insight matters more than most tech giants want to admit. Yet Meta's chief marketing officer, Alex Schultz, insists agencies and creative professionals still have a vital role. We believe AI will enable agencies and advertisers to focus precious time and resources on the creativity that matters. While we think there will ultimately be more automation in marketing, the role that agencies play is going to become ever more important through their ability to plan, execute, and measure across platforms, Schultz wrote in a recent post. It's a reassuring message, but not everyone is convinced. According to a 2024 Global Web Index survey, half of global consumers feel uneasy about AI-generated ads, worried about authenticity and trust. There's also evidence that brands relying too heavily on AI may actually see a drop in brand recall by up to 15%, as campaigns lose the unique spark of human insight. And then there's the ethical minefield. As AI generates more ads, questions about misinformation, bias, and accountability become impossible to ignore. Can AI truly understand the boundaries of social responsibility, or might it inadvertently spread disinformation or amplify stereotypes? Dr. Emily Carter, a leading AI researcher, sees both sides. AI offers a transformative opportunity for marketing, enabling hyper-personalization and real-time optimization. But we must remain vigilant about how these systems are trained and the incentives they create. The power of AI lies in its ability to sift through massive datasets and discover what works, at a scale and speed no human team could ever match. That means more personalized ads, more engagement, and ultimately, more profit for the platforms. Meta's own numbers show AI-driven tools are reducing ad fatigue by 15% through constant variations and personalizations. And McKinsey reports an 8% uplift in conversion rates from these hyper-tailored campaigns. But what's the cost? Experts warn that the same algorithms optimizing for engagement can also reinforce harmful biases. Dr. Aisha Khan points out, AI algorithms are trained on vast datasets, which can reflect and amplify existing biases, leading to discriminatory outcomes. In fact, research from the AI Now Institute shows that some AI-powered ad systems deliver up to 20% more ads to specific demographics, regardless of a company's intentions. These concerns haven't escaped regulators. Lena Khan, chair of the Federal Trade Commission, has warned that AI systems could incentivize commercial surveillance and even facilitate fraud and discrimination. We're seeing real-world harm, not just theoretical risk, she said in a recent hearing. So, on one side, a future where anyone, anywhere, can harness the creative power of AI and access the same marketing tools as the world's biggest brands. On the other, a world where jobs disappear, bias festers, and digital misinformation becomes even harder to spot. And as Meta, Google, and Amazon pour billions into AI-driven ads, these questions only become more urgent. What about the users, the hundreds of millions of people scrolling through Instagram and Facebook each day? For most, the change will creep in quietly. You might start seeing ads that seem uncannily relevant, created by machines you've never heard of, fine-tuned to your every interest. At first, you might not even notice. But over time, will social feeds become a never-ending stream of AI-generated content, optimized just to keep you clicking and buying? Here's the real cliffhanger. Can Meta and its rivals deliver on the promise of AI-driven advertising without sacrificing creativity, authenticity, and fairness? Or will efficiency and profit come at a cost too high for society, consumers, and the creative class to bear? As the world holds its breath and the ad industry braces for impact, one question towers above the rest. Is the future of advertising about to become a machine's game? And if so, what's left for the humans? But let's imagine, just for a moment, a world where Meta's vision for fully autonomous AI advertising becomes a reality. What would it actually feel like? Not just for businesses, but for everyone who spends time online. This is where the story turns truly fascinating and a little unsettling. Picture opening your Instagram feed. Every ad is more than just targeted. It's seemingly written for you, referencing obscure hobbies, favorite colors, maybe even last week's internet searches. The AI doesn't just know what you like, it seems to know who you are. The ad copy is relentlessly persuasive, the visuals are tailored, the deals irresistible. The AI, with its deep well of data, is the ultimate salesperson, and it never sleeps. For businesses, the promise is unprecedented efficiency. No need to hire copywriters, designers, or ad planners. Even a local bakery could launch a world-class campaign with the AI handling everything: creative, placement, budgeting, optimization. It's level playing field, as Mark Zuckerberg envisions. Hyper-personalization, real-time feedback, razor-sharp targeting, all accessible at the click of a button. Dr. Emily Carter, a leading expert in marketing AI, calls it a transformative leap, one that will make advertising as responsive as a conversation. Indeed, with a projected $1 trillion global ad spend going through AI systems by 2028, the scale is hard to fathom. But that shiny future comes with risks. Just as AI programs ads for each micro-audience, issues of privacy, manipulation, and bias loom larger. What if the algorithm amplifies stereotypes or unfairly targets some groups more than others? Research from the AI Now Institute suggests that algorithmic bias can lead to a 20% higher ad delivery to specific demographics, raising concerns about discrimination and ethical blind spots. There's also the threat of deepfakes and misinformation. AI can generate fake video testimonials, synthetic product endorsements, or even political messages that are indistinguishable from the real thing. Clara Rodriguez, an ethics researcher, warns, fully automated ad tech at this scale risks eroding the very trust that brands depend on. The line between persuasion and deception grows dangerously thin. And think about the human cost. What happens to all the creative professionals who once crafted these messages? Meta claims agencies will adapt, focusing on creativity that matters. Yet, as AI cuts ad production costs by up to 40%, layoffs seem inevitable. Behind the curtain of efficiency, some workplaces may become ghost towns. Yet, even the AI isn't perfect. Over-reliance on automated campaigns, according to WARC studies, can actually decrease brand recall by 10 to 15%. Too much uniformity and too little authentic human voice could make brands forgettable, even as click-through rates nudge up. It's a paradox. More efficient ads, less memorable impact. Meanwhile, for users, there's a different danger: the filter bubble. Hyper-personalized ads reinforce what you already like, making it ever harder to discover new ideas or perspectives. David Lee, a digital strategist, poses the dilemma. If every message is perfectly tailored, do you ever get surprised or challenged by something outside your bubble? Governments and regulators are already sounding the alarm. Lena Khan, head of the FTC, highlights growing worries about how AI can fuel commercial surveillance and discrimination. Regulation is on the horizon, meaning the advertising industry could soon face new rules, data controls, or even bans on certain types of automated targeting. Looking forward, several scenarios are on the table. In the best case, AI delivers affordable, effective ads for small businesses while agencies evolve to focus on strategy and creativity, and new rules keep the worst abuses in check. In the worst case, deepfakes, bias, and manipulation abound. Thousands lose their jobs, and trust in media erodes. But the real story may be somewhere in between. As Dr. Aisha Khan points out, AI is not inherently good or bad. It reflects the data it's trained on and the intentions of those who deploy it. We have a choice about how these tools will be used. So, what does this mean for you, the entrepreneur, marketer, or simply a curious digital citizen watching these changes unfold? First, if you run a small business or side hustle, you're entering an age where access to professional-grade advertising is no longer reserved for deep pockets. With Meta's automated AI, you could launch campaigns in minutes, test ideas, and compete with bigger brands. Early adopters who learn how to craft smart briefs, describing their product and objective clearly, experimenting with budgets and audiences, will have a massive head start. But you must not sleepwalk into full automation. Human oversight remains non-negotiable. Algorithms can misunderstand, misfire, or generate content that feels off-brand, or even offensive. Keep your hand on the wheel, review ad previews, monitor campaign outcomes, and watch for unintended consequences. Use AI as a creative partner, not as an autopilot. If you're a marketing professional, agency leader, or creative, now is the time to future-proof your career. Embrace AI as a tool, but double down on what machines can't do: strategic thinking, brand storytelling, big ideas that transcend data. Agencies will evolve, taking on roles as AI whisperers, campaign architects, and cross-platform strategists. The most resilient pros will blend tech skills with distinctly human creativity. There are also new risks to prepare for, especially when it comes to data and bias. If your ad campaigns are entirely automated, you have to ask, what data is being used? Could the algorithm unintentionally discriminate or target the wrong group? Regular audits, transparency, and even third-party checks could become the norm. Clara Rodriguez advises, responsible advertisers will demand more from their partners, clearer reporting, ethical use of data, and proactive checks for bias. And for every user, be vigilant. The next time you see an ad that's eerily relevant, ask yourself, who or what made this? Was it a clever marketer or just a clever machine? Don't be afraid to dig into your privacy settings, opt out of overly personalized ads, or even support stronger regulation if you feel it's needed. On the policy side, expect a wave of new laws and guidelines about AI-driven advertising. The EU is already moving to regulate targeted ads and algorithmic transparency. The US FTC, led by Lina Khan, is investigating abuses. Responsible businesses can get ahead by adopting best practices now, clear disclosures, user consent, and ethical content standards. Looking for practical takeaways? Here are a few ways to thrive, not just survive, in the AI advertising era. 1. Learn how AI ad tools work. The sooner you understand their capabilities and their limits, the better you can use them wisely. 2. Focus your creative energy on the high-level vision. Let AI execute, but you set the goals, the narratives, and the brand values. 3. Monitor your campaigns for bias, misinformation, and weird AI mistakes. Don't assume automation guarantees quality. 4. Invest in your own human skills, empathy, big-picture strategy, and creative storytelling. These will only become more valuable as routine tasks are automated away. 5. For users, take charge of your digital experience, adjust your privacy settings, understand how your data is used, and don't be afraid to question the uncanny relevance of what you see online. So, to answer the burning question from our opening, can AI-driven advertising truly balance innovation with human creativity, ethics, and social responsibility? Or are we doomed to let machines take over and leave humans behind? The truth is, it's up to us. AI in itself is a tool, powerful but not wise. If we blindly automate every process, focus only on efficiency, and ignore the need for oversight, we risk losing the creativity and ethics that make marketing meaningful. But if we approach AI as a partner, informed by human judgment, guided by transparency, and steered by ethical standards, we can build a better future for both businesses and society. The secret most people don't realize? Even the smartest AI can't create something truly new from nothing. It still needs humans to set the goals, invent the stories, and define what matters. The best campaigns of tomorrow will blend the speed of AI with the soul of human creativity. That's the real edge. So, as you scroll your feed, run your business, or pursue your creative ambitions, remember, you're not just a passive bystander in this new era. You're a co-creator. The future of advertising, and in some ways the future of online culture, is in your hands, not just the machines. If you found this deep dive valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights into the future of technology and society. What do you think? Are you excited or uneasy about AI taking over your ads? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more, check out our next video on AI and deepfake.